I'm Dr. Bob Cassidy from the South Bend Clinic here for Ask the Doctor. Today I'd like to talk about a skin condition called psoriasis. And psoriasis is a very common skin condition that many people have maybe dealt with themselves or maybe have a family member or a friend who's dealt with. Oftentimes for people with psoriasis, they're going to notice raised rashes that are red, kind of a dark red, and that have a very common silver scale or kind of silver flakiness on top of them. The most common places for psoriasis rash to appear are on the elbows or on the knees, often at the top of the buttocks, or on the scalp line or behind the ears. Sometimes people can have just a little tiny patch of psoriasis, very small. Sometimes it can cover large parts of the body, maybe even much of the body. There's an interesting phenomenon that can happen with psoriasis, that if someone gets a skin wound, some sort of scratch or injury, that a new rash can develop in that region. Psoriasis, oftentimes, again, there's a lot of rash that people will deal with, and they can also often have a lot of itchiness, which can be a common symptom. The diagnosis of psoriasis is often sufficient just to see the doctor and we look at the rash and it's a typical rash that looks like psoriasis and we make the diagnosis. Sometimes though it can be less clear and a biopsy of part of the skin might be needed. Thankfully, there are good treatments for psoriasis. For people who have more limited rashes, we start with topical agents. A lot of times we'll use steroids through a cream, or sometimes we'll use a medicine that has an analog of vitamin D that prevents the overgrowth of the rash. Sometimes the creams don't work, or the extent of the rash is too great and we use other treatments. Sometimes we'll use UV light treatment where we expose someone to specific light, or there are chronic medicines that go after the immune system and prevent the overgrowth of this condition. So it's a good thing to talk with your doctor about if you have a rash that's not going away.